So here we are back in the room where we finalised the Coalition Programme for Government.
Yep. And then, of course, we took the unusual step of actually asking people what they thought about it.
And people have responded. 9,500 people commented on this document. We're publishing the responses from departments to them.
Yes, and that's actually just one small part of the total. Fantastic. We've had 63,000 ideas to the spending challenge.
Many of which are now going to departments actually to be worked up as contributions to the spending review.
Exactly, that's very good.
People have really engaged with that process of finding waste and inefficiency and savings.
And then the most extraordinary thing of all is the number of comments on the Your Freedom site. There's 72,000 comments there, and 193,000 people actually participating in rating which ones were good and bad. So,
I hope, as you say, what people will see is that the comments that they've made are ones that we're then going to respond to and,
yes,
where appropriate, act upon.
Act on them, exactly, yes.
I think that's something people will, I hope, see as being quite different, and also something which makes it worthwhile engaging with these sorts of processes in future.
And I thought we might take one in particular. In the Coalition programme, we said specifically that we were going to implement the Sustainable Communities Act so citizens know how taxpayers' money is spent in their area. And I see here somebody's, in fact, one of several, but somebody said that transparency in all the local councils' financial dealings would really help people to understand where our money goes and keep accountability going.
And I think Eric Pickles made the announcement, didn't he, on these lines?
Here we are. Here's the Eric Pickles announcement. Setting out proposals for information on senior salaries, names and jobs descriptions, council allowances and expenses, job vacancies, frontline service data, all the hygiene reports, everything. We really are going to make local government, and indeed central government, more transparent.
And through that, people will be able to hold government accountable much more easily for what it isn't doing, make comparisons between different local authorities or different parts of central government, and use that process of openness to really drive improvement.
And that feeds back into this, of course. If we're more open, when we also let people actually bring forward ideas, the openness will encourage the ideas, and we begin to learn from people rather than just telling people what we're going to do and having a fake consultation. It's a whole new world.
It's very important, especially given the scale of some of the challenges that we're facing up to, whether on the economy or on reform of public services. We don't have all the ideas.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't say we have many of them, but we don't have all the ideas. And we really need people to engage with these processes, put forward suggestions, improve what we're doing.
No, exactly. And at last, government is beginning to realise that 60 million fellow citizens do actually have some ideas about how to make things better.
And in a sense, this is the onus on us, that we need to make this a permanent change to the way government does its business. I mean, we've managed to have well over 100,000 people engaging in these different projects. If we keep doing this over the rest of the year into next year, over the 5 years of our government, then I think that we might end up in a position where no government could ever conceive of doing its business differently again.
That's right. We can give some real power to the people and make things open.